Hey guys, today's video is going to be a review on 4 sponges I've been trying out. I have another review that I'll post below, I think, of 4 other sponges that I've reviewed. And I've just acquired some more. I like to try them all out. I know a lot of them are a lot cheaper than the Beauty Blender, so I like to review them and see. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with the Beauty Blender. I finally have them. I bought a 2-set. This one's clean and this one I use, so it's a little bit bigger. And I do love the Beauty Blender. They're great sponges. They're easy to put your makeup on with. I don't think they're the best sponges, the sponge you compare all sponges to, better than any other sponge. They're better than some, but like I still like my Sonya Kashuk one. It's soft. It's not as soft as a Beauty Blender, but it's not hard by any means. I mean, I use it, you know, weekly to put my makeup on, so I do like the Beauty Blender. I would repurchase the Beauty Blender. I got a really good deal, so I would never pay full price. I got a 2-pack for $25 at 20% off, so they were like the Sonya Kashuk one I think is $10.50, so that's about what I paid, maybe even cheaper for these. I would never buy one, so I won't buy these at full price, but for a discount I thought they were pretty good, and I'm thinking they're probably going to last a decent amount of time. I do like the Beauty Blender. I think it's a really good sponge. And the next one, I cannot like really remember the exact name of this, but I think it's like Swishers or Swissers. It's in the front at Ulta in the little like bins, and it looks just like the Beauty Blender package. It's a cylinder, like a plastic cylinder, and it has like different color polka dots, I think, either on the top or bottom, and it'll say like beauty sponge, and it's like $4 or $5.99. It's amazing. It is so soft. This is a little bit damp, but it swells up. It's probably, I think the texture of this, it feels softer than the Beauty Blender, but it's equally as soft as a Beauty Blender, and this is probably one of my all-time favorite ones. It's a great sponge, and they also have one that is teardrop shaped, I think, for the same price at Ulta as well. I do like this kind, but I also like this kind, so I don't really have a preference where that's concerned, but I would say this is the best, cheapest sponge ever, and I would recommend this to anyone. It's the same exact price or $1 more than the Target brand one, like the Up and Up brand, or the Ulta brand one as well, and those are probably my bottom favorite. I do like those, I do use those, but they're my least favorite of the good sponges. But I would recommend these 100%. These are probably one of the only ones I would actually regularly repurchase, and I just love them. And then the next one, I'll go for a flop and I'll end on a good note. I got this at the Sephora VIB sale too. This is an itty bitty, just to show you like a completely dry Beauty Blender. It's very comparable. It's a bit of a different shape. This one stains really bad too. I think the sponge, this itty bitty tiny sponge, was $13.99 at Sephora. Yeah, I think so. I think I got it for 20% off, but I mean, whew, that's still kind of steep for a sponge. And it does not get big when you get it wet. This is the size it stays. This is very, very small, like teeny tiny. So that kind of sucks. And it's hard. It doesn't put your makeup on that well. It doesn't hold moisture that well. So I feel like the reason it stained probably so much, even though it's been washed, is because it absorbed like kind of a decent amount of product. This was the worst sponge I've ever tried, except for the Studio 35 or whatever it is from CVS. It was like putting a rock on your face. This is the next up from that, so it's not as bad, but it's terrible. This is such a waste of money. Oh man, do not buy this sponge. And then, I know everyone loves this sponge. It's the Real Techniques, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's the Real Techniques one. They only have one. And this is fantastic. I was a little leery at first about the hard edge, because I thought the whole point of a sponge like this with like no real edges is that it wouldn't leave like hard lines in your makeup, but this does not do that, and it's awesome. It's like really fine to get in there, and this puffs up when you get it wet. It's really soft, it's easy to clean, and I really love it. And I think this one is $6.99, and this is the next one I would recommend. The 2 top sponges I've ever used that are not the Beauty Blender. It's a good sponge, but I mean, I just don't think it's worth it, to be honest, are this like Swisher or Swissco brand that you can find at Ulta. They do have one that's shaped like the Beauty Blender as well. It's pink. And then the Real Techniques one, I think this one's like $6.99, this one's like $4 or $5.99. So I mean, I mean, you could buy 10 of them for like 50 bucks. Like, that's amazing, when 2 Beauty Blenders would cost you like 60. So ugh, such a good deal. I love them so much. So those are my recommendations on sponges that are not the Beauty Blender. I do not think it is 100% necessary that you own the Beauty Blender. So those are the ones that I super love. And I do recommend a couple from my previous sponge video, which I will go ahead and put down below. And if you guys know of any other ones, go ahead and let me know, and I'll get a third review of those out. I'm sure if I find any more, I'll be buying more. So yep, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you.